Why does anyone drink alcohol? Why does anybody do it? When you've taken a little bit of time away from it and you look at it in the harsh light of day, the effects that alcohol gives you aren't that enjoyable, and it's been folded into people's lives through tradition and through just anchoring bias and continuation.
Yeah, and marketing.
About 100,000 cases of cancer each year in the United States are due to alcohol consumption, and about 20,000 deaths. This isn't a small problem.
Alcohol is the third leading preventable cause of cancer in the U.S.
I'll go out every now and then and have a drink with my friends at the beginning of my off season and just enjoy life, for sure. When I do, it's never a lot.
The amount of alcohol it takes to begin to cause health-related problems is much lower than you think.
Okay, so if I have this glass of wine every day,
You'd be in what we call moderate risk, which is associated with pretty much every form of cancer.
so say that I'm drinking
If you're drinking two of
those
those
a day.
glasses, we're talking like a 40% increase. But even drinking that amount, your risk of breast cancer would increase by about 5%.
This amount.
Which for many people is very normal. So there's a lot of misinformation out there about how much should you drink, which I think people don't know.
Why is alcohol the only drug where you have to explain why you don't use it? It's marketed as culture, connection, even self-care. But here's the truth. Alcohol is one of the most destructive, normalized poisons on the planet. And once you see the numbers, you'll never look at your drink the same way again. Alcohol is woven into every major ritual we have. Birthdays, weddings, sports, even funerals. It's the glue of social culture. But behind the smiles and the toast lies a chemical classified by the World Health Organization as a Group 1 carcinogen, the same category as asbestos, plutonium, and even tobacco smoke. When you take a sip, ethanol crosses the blood-brain barrier in seconds. Dopamine rises, stress pathways shut down, and you feel the initial buzz. But beneath the glow, your brain is being sedated, your motor function dulled, and your prefrontal cortex, which is the part of your brain that controls judgment, slows down. Over time, alcohol doesn't just sedate, it rewires. It shrinks the brain volume, disrupts neurotransmitters, and creates dependency. Long-term, it raises your blood pressure, wrecks your liver, fuels depression and anxiety, and increases your risk of at least 7 types of cancer. So let's talk about how alcohol affects your overall muscle and body composition. Alcohol doesn't just damage your liver, it dismantles your progress in the gym. Research shows that even moderate drinking can slash your muscle protein synthesis by more than 1/3. That means your body literally loses its ability to repair and build muscle after training. You can crush your workout, but alcohol turns the recovery switch off. It also suppresses testosterone and growth hormone, while spiking cortisol, which is your body's stress hormone. That's the perfect storm for shrinking muscles, lowering strength, and stalling your recovery. Week after week, it rewires your physiology towards weakness. And when it comes to fat loss, alcohol is even more destructive. It delivers nearly the same calories as fat, but with no nutritional value. And because your body treats alcohol as poison, it prioritizes breaking it down before anything else. That means fat burning and carbohydrate metabolism grinds to a halt. The food you eat with those drinks doesn't get burned. It gets stored, mostly as fat. On top of that, alcohol wrecks sleep architecture. Even if you pass out, your deep sleep and REM cycles collapse. That means lower testosterone, worse recovery, more cravings, and impaired willpower for the next day. The cycle repeats. More fatigue, more junk food, more fat storage, less muscle. And here's the bigger picture. Alcohol doesn't just erase your gains, it erases your future. The same chemical that keeps you soft and tired is also silently cutting years off of your life. This isn't just about muscle, it's about mortality. Alcohol doesn't just shorten lives, it devastates them. Globally, it's linked to over 3 million deaths every single year. That's 1 person every 10 seconds. Studies show heavy drinkers die an average of 24 to 28 years earlier. And moderate drinking still increases the risk of cancer, heart disease, and cognitive decline. Here's the trick. Alcohol companies don't sell product, they sell an identity. Adventure, relaxation, sex appeal, success. But the truth is inverted. Alcohol doesn't create connection, it blurs it. It doesn't make you free, it makes you dependent. The greatest marketing scam of our time is convincing us that self-destruction is celebration. I know this sounds heavy, and it is, but here's the relief. The data is clear. Quitting alcohol doesn't just stop the damage, it reverses it. Brain volume begins to restore, sleep returns, your mood stabilizes, risk of cancer and heart disease drops with every month of sobriety. You don't lose life when you stop drinking, you gain it back. So is there any safe level? Sadly, the answer is no. The newest research says that even 1 drink every single day increases your risk of cancer. Alcohol isn't a wellness tool, it's a cultural trap. And we're paying the price in years of lost life, broken families, and billions of healthcare costs. Alcohol is the most glorified poison in human history. It kills more people than every other drug combined. Alcohol isn't a lifestyle. It's slow suicide marketed as a good time.